your presentation, I would like to introduce you to the audience. So, welcome on stage Sujata Tiwari. She is a seasoned entrepreneur, author, and mentor with extensive experience across multiple sectors, including retail, franchising, and skincare. She founded Avocado Skin, a brand dedicated to promoting both outer and inner well-being. As the director of HMZ Private Limited, Sujata has built a career focused on learning, growth, and overcoming challenges. She is deeply passionate about helping others discover their potential and offers coaching to support both personal and professional growth. Sujata is an advocate for human rights and well being, encouraging individuals to explore new opportunities and share their stories. So, yes, thanks for sharing your introduction. So, yes, please go ahead and good luck.
Thank you so much, Melinda, for the introduction. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Okay, let me start. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and fellow advocates for women's health, I am honored to be speaking with you all today at the Global Women Leadership Women's Health Summit. As we gather here, we represent a collective voice, a voice that demands attention, action, and change. For far too long, women's health has been relegated to the sidelines, ignored, or marginalized. But today we say no more. We say it's time to break down the barriers, to shatter the glass ceiling, and to build bridges that connect us all. As women leaders, we have a unique responsibility to drive this change. We must recognize that women's health is not just a woman's issue, but a human rights issue. It's an issue that affects not only individuals, but families, communities, and societies. Inequalities, the biases, and the discriminatory practices that have perpetuated the disparities in women's health. We must confront uncomfortable truths and we must demand accountability. But we must also celebrate our successes, our resilience, and our strength. We must honor the women who have paved the way for us, who have fought tirelessly for our rights, and who have inspired us to be where we are today. As we move forward, let us commit to a few key principles. First, let us prioritize inclusivity and diversity. Let us recognize that women's health is not a one size fits all solution. Let us listen to the voices of marginalized communities, of indigenous women, of women with disabilities, and of women from diverse cultural backgrounds. Second, let us emphasize the importance of intersectionality. Let us recognize that women's health is intertwined with economic empowerment, education, and social justice. Third, let us harness the power of technology and innovation. Let us leverage digital platforms, artificial intelligence, and data analytics to improve health outcomes, to increase access to healthcare, and to enhance the overall quality of life for women and girls. Finally, let us remember that we are not alone. Let us build partnerships, collaborations, and alliances that bring together governments, civil society, the private sector, and individuals. In conclusion, let us recommit ourselves to the cause of women's health. Let us break down the barriers, build bridges, and create a world where every woman and girl can thrive. Thank you. This is a tall order, but unless we work on it tirelessly, effortlessly, and around the clock, we have a long way to go. Thank you. Melinda, back to you.
Thank you so much, Sujata, for sharing your great presentation. It was simple, short, but with great value to your presentation. I love the way you have presented and about the skin. So we do have a question from the audience. Here is the question. మరి ఇంత తొందరగా అయిపోయింది. అవునా పంపి ఎక్కడ పెట్టావు రాసి పెట్టమ్మా. Yes.
Yeah.
What is the most powerful yet underrated skill every entrepreneur should develop?
You know, the most powerful thing that you have to develop as a leader, right? That's what you're asking? Or as an
Uh,
entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur. So when you start on your entrepreneurial journey, you have to have a certain mindset. And that mindset is to accept that your journey is not going to be day one where you will have all your, successes, all your revenues in place and stuff like that. You have to develop that journey by going along with the acceptance that it's not going to be a smooth ride. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. But once you accept that fact, then it is a little bit easier to navigate the challenges that will come across your way. You never reach somewhere without challenges, right? And you never will find that, it's a smooth sailing thing. Every entrepreneur in the world will tell you that when they started the journey, they were quite unclear of what the destination would be like. For example, I will give you my entrepreneurial this thing. I started from scratch with whatever I have done in my life. But what I have always been able to, uh, to work on is my resilience, is my courage that, okay, I'm venturing into the unknown, but I will face it with whatever is thrown at me. And if you have that kind of a mindset, you can, even if you're a first timer or you are a seasoned entrepreneur, you will be able to navigate that journey far more easily. So you need to have that kind of a mindset where you know it's not going to be easy, but nothing is impossible.
Yes, nothing is impossible. Yes, you are right.
Yes.
So thank you so much for answering. One more question from the audience. So if skincare principles could be applied to leadership, what would exfoliation, hydration, and protection represent?
Look, in my skincare philosophy, which I say is, it's very important that what you put inside your body, you also have to be mindful of what you put on the outside. A lot of times we think that, okay, if you're eating the right kind of a food and all that, that's good enough. But when you put things on your body on the surface level, are you seeing the chemicals that are going in, or are you concentrating on seeing that it is as natural, as organic, as pure as it can be? When we talk of water also, water comes from different places. Do we focus on seeing that we find the purest kind of water to hydrate ourselves? So many times we go out and we have water from anywhere and everywhere, and then we have a loose motion or a diarrhea. Simple thing. But why? Because your body is rejecting and it has probably toxins that you do not realize. So it's always important. For example, if I am going outside and I know that I may not have access to the best water that I can get, I carry a water bottle. Get your own water and have it, because it's very, very important for that.
To keep
The
hydrated.
toxins that build up in our body is, it doesn't release by itself. Then you have to take a lot of measures to release that. So exfoliation and all this thing has to be with the right products, or with as natural as it can be. I cannot overemphasize that, you need to have products, or you need to do, even if it may be more expensive, to do things which will clear your body and keep it at its best level by putting in things which are as pure as can be. It's not always possible, but do the best that you can.
Yes, thank you so much for answering. And it's better to keep hydrated, right? It's
What?
better to keep
Can you
hydrated
repeat that?
always.
Yes, it's better to be hydrated, and any kind of water is the best thing. But if it's not water, then drink as much liquids that you can, even if it's hot tea, ginger tea, or whatever it is. If the liquid goes in, then you are hydrated in some way, because sometimes you may not even get basic water. So then what do you do? But you drink things which will not have too much sugar in it, and it should be something which will be good for your digestive system and for your overall gut.
Okay, so thank you so much for answering the questions, Sujata Tiwari, and sharing your knowledge with Virtual Summit 2025. And keep smiling, and you have a great day.
Okay, I just want to sign off with one thing. When we talk of mental health, it's very important to actually rise up and say no when things go wrong. For example, none of us talk of bullying, none of us talk of psychological abuse that happens in so many places, in organizations and personal relationships. But that is one thing which affects your entire system. It affects your family, it affects the society, because when you are dealing with such things which are not even spoken about, or not even given a legality, it's very hard. That is all that leads to suicide, that leads to mental panic attacks, and to many other things which keep us unhappy. So that needs to be really, really addressed by speaking about it and learning to cope with it and saying no. Never accept that. Never ever accept that, because that is going to not only destroy you, but this thing. I've had so many suicide cases, which is so unfortunately, it could have been stopped, it could have been stemmed, but there was nobody to listen. That is why I say I'm everybody's 2 a.m., 4 a.m. friend. And I just want to share that last night itself, I got an award for this thing that I do, that I'm there for everybody, 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. Thank you.
Fantastic. Congratulations. Thank you so much for sharing the good message at the end. And keep posting your questions to the other speakers. And please do join and interact with them as well. So we
Yeah.
never know how people are dealing.
Yeah.
So just we can just be a friends and we can talk with them, or we can be their friend or anyone, child or anyone. So
Yeah,
please do negotiate.
I am always available. My WhatsApp number is always available to people, and I think I'm fairly the most accessible person on the planet.
Yeah, that was so. We are so grateful that you are being a part of this virtual summit 2025. Uh, Such a kind woman for this global summit. So thank you for joining this event and making this event more easy and success. Thank you, and you have a great day. Bye now.
Thank you. You too. Okay, bye.